YouTube. Today I just wanted to talk about reading and books and just introduce you to the books that I like to read, and maybe get some kind of discussion going on some of these books, or if there's some books that you would like to let others know about. Do a video response or shoot a comment or whatever you'd like to do. And I have about 12 or 13 books here that I wanted to just introduce. Maybe you've never heard of them, or if you have read them, I'd love to hear what you think about them, because some of them it's been a while since I've read it and they were really good books, so it'd be really good to discuss, talk about those, and see what you all thought about them. The first book that I'll start off with is what I'm currently reading, and it is Sleeping with Strangers by Jerome Dickey. I'll go ahead and show that to you. Let me back up. Maybe that's better. Back it up. And it's probably been out a couple years now, but some books I just buy, and I'll have so many that I haven't read yet that it's a while before I get to them. And that's why I have boxes and boxes of books. But that's a good thing, because reading is fundamental. And the way I typed it on my little intro is because it's fun, and it stimulates your mind, gets you it takes you to a place where you may never get to be. So I really enjoy reading. But the book I'm reading now is Sleeping with Strangers by Jerome Dickey, and I'm almost finished with it. It's just I get caught up doing other things. But if you never heard of Jerome Dickey, he's a really good African American author. Just so you know, that's mainly all his books are by African American authors. So that's what I read. I'm very interested in it, and I've been reading them for a few years now. So very intriguing. So, but this is what he looks like, and he's a very good author. But I'm not going to go into too much detail about what each of the books are about, or else I'll be doing 5, 10, 15 videos about this. There may be a part 2, but I just want to go over these quickly. So that's the book I'm reading now. The next book that I'll go over is called She Ain't the One by Carl Weber, which is one of my other favorite authors, and Mary B. Morrison. And this is what it looks like. And it's a good book. It's a quick read. It's only about 200. Let's see. Yeah, about 200 and let me get to the end. About 212 pages. So you can get this one done pretty quickly. But it's got a whole lot of relationship stuff going on. A lot of shady people. Not a lot, but some shady people, and it's a good book. It's one of those books that if you haven't heard of the characters before in one of their other books, that you don't know as much about them. But if you are a fan of Carl Weber or Mary B. Morrison, you'll know a couple of the characters in this book. Next is I have 2 books by the author Sidney Rax, and the first one I read was My Best Friend and My Man. And at first, she has titles, the other book that I have is My Husband's Girlfriend. And when you hear the titles, you're like, what? So it makes you want to pick it up and read it. But they're good books. I've seen some reviews. Some people are like, that is not realistic, this and that. But I think it's a pretty good read. It makes it exciting. You don't want to put it down because you're just like, what's going to happen? But in My Best Friend and My Man, it's about 2 friends. There's a guy in between them. And very, 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 very good book. And in My Husband's Girlfriend, it's kind of unrealistic, speaking from a black woman's point of view. You might be like, no, that would never happen. my husband's girlfriend.